All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the ModPod. I'm here with my co-host Orion.
That's me.
And also Darren.
I'm back. This is round four.
And I'm Minh. Welcome
You're
back.
as if you weren't here before.
And today we're joined by our special guest, Jodie. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the ModPod. Jodie is a online dating expert. She works for Bumble, Tinder, and Grindr. What other
bullet points to the resume can we add?
And she's actually a HR manager for Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle,
And Farmers
JD,
Only.
what else they got?
Black people meet.
That's
She
not
actually
real.
founded
Is that
all
real?
of these
Yeah,
companies.
that's real.
Yeah, farmers only too.
Oh no. Okay. Well, Jodie has decided to share her knowledge with us about online dating because
Obviously, we have no idea.
why are there so many relationship episodes?
No, you're the one who
Yeah,
outlines
this is
all
your
of
idea.
this.
Wait, hold on. Okay. So, does anyone have any questions for Jodie?
So we'll talk about just like online dating in general, like the concept of it.
Yeah.
To me, okay, well,
What do you
I'll
think?
share my
go
thoughts because I'm like, out of all of you guys, don't have an online profile right now. So the whole idea of it is still like super weird to me. Like it was just sort of like a meme thing throughout high school, at least where I went, and it was just like my friends actually made me one in senior year. So actually, I don't know if that email is still being used.
I wonder
for
if
the
we could pull that up.
Yeah, I don't know, but basically, literally, like my friend just made me an account, like with me not really knowing, and then he started just like messaging random people. Or it was really just like a troll thing. It wasn't like anything serious.
Okay.
And then, but like coming to college now, I'm sort of surprised that like it actually works. To be honest,
People are horny, bro.
Yeah.
Orion, what is your experience with online dating?
My experience.
How long have you been using online dating?
I probably downloaded it first like freshman year of college. Yeah, and then I just go on there, and then I just swipe left a lot, and then I just don't
Is that the good
ever
one?
do anything.
Wait,
No, that's the
That's
no.
That's the bad one.
Yeah,
I know a lot about this.
I've been very picky on
Really?
dating apps. Yeah,
I could swipe right for like, I don't know, like 10 swipes and not match with anyone, you know?
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even know because I only swipe right like once every fucking 30 people.
His standards are very high.
Yeah,
Or he has a particular type of girl that he's looking for. Or guy.
dude. Honestly, I don't even know. Like, I don't know what my standards are. I just see it and I think, do I like or do I not like? And then I swipe accordingly.
But how come every time in person, then you're like immediately attracted to someone just like out of whim, compared to just like
Well, it's still
say
like
no to
that.
all these people?
Damn.
Well, think of it this way: when I'm out and about, like I can see all these people, I might as well be swiping left on them.
Damn.
Never thought about it like that. I guess you could view the world through a Tinder lens.
Like, if someone's standing in front of you and you're just like...
I'll
It's
go
like
to their
the-
face and it's like,
The finger motion.
Oh,
yeah, but I've only ever like actually met up with someone one time out
Yeah.
of that, and then that was kind of short-lived. So
Alright.
I mean, it wasn't like a oof moment. It was just like a
It's
didn't
light oof.
didn't really go anywhere.
Subtle oof. What is your experience on online dating, Jodie? You don't have to share like everything in detail. But
No,
like, what
it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, made my profile after my friend broke up with her boyfriend, and she was like, well, if I make a profile, you have to make one too. So I was very unprepared, and I had like no experience at all with dating in general. So I was thrown into like this really big whirlwind of like a lot of fuckboys. So that has been most of my experience.
Okay.
I feel like
That's fair.
having not seen the like guy like pool on Tinder,
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be kind of
Yeah, what's the
surprised.
competition look like? Can I like...
I think your arms are probably like in an upper class of like,
You're in that upper echelon.
yeah,
Yeah, but like I lack in the height
bicep
department.
diameter.
I'd say that the guys on Bumble and Tinder are very different. Like the profiles can be just so low quality.
Okay.
Just having actually nice pictures helps a lot.
Yeah.
Which one would you say is like Bumble or Tinder, like lower quality?
Which
Tinder is lower
Tinder is lower
quality.
quality. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen that too. I've been using Tinder like a lot more, but I just switched over to Bumble recently just to try it out, and I like it like a lot more.
Mm.
Like the dynamic between the people is like really, really interesting.
Yeah,
Just
I feel like the vibe on Bumble is like a lot more, like it's a lot different. Tinder feels more like casual and like you're there like half as a meme and also half because you're like you actually do want to find someone.
Yeah.
So it's like you can just fuck around basically.
Mhm.
And then Bumble, it's like you have to add all these like specific like things, and it feels
It's
more
really
like
cool,
serious. Yeah.
On Tinder, I would just like swipe just to like sort of get my my own confidence level up. you
Yeah.
know? Just swipe
Get
and be
that,
like, would I
ego
match with this
boost.
person? And then never message them, you know? That's it.
Exactly.
So how does it work on like the girls' side of it? Do you like match with every guy that you swipe on? Is that because I've heard that that's like true. Like girls, it's much easier for girls.
Yeah,
It is
definitely.
a lot easier for girls to get matches. Like when it comes to Tinder, it was such whiplash because by the time that I'd already finished making my profile, I already had 99 plus likes, and it was like all these people are so desperate. Like I just did not appreciate
By the
the
time-
fact
Min was
that-
actually one of them. You're gonna
So, but like on Bumble, it's a lot more chill, I think,
Yeah.
because the girl has to like talk first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Oh, is that
Yeah,
the
so-
difference?
Yeah.
So the
that's
thing
lucky.
on,
I thought they were just like two
the
apps
thing,
that do the same thing.
yeah. So
They're pretty
the thing on Tinder is that anyone can message first, and your matches don't clear. So unless you unmatch, like you actually do it yourself manually. But on Bumble, she has 24 hours to message you before you just get unmatched.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can't say anything
Yeah,
first.
or I think
Oh.
you can, right? Can you
Wait.
message first?
No.
No, you can't.
Males
Okay.
cannot message first, but if it's like a
Wow.
homo relationship, then either one can message first.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dang,
They're like, we're
alright.
both girls. We both have to message. Yeah. No, Bumble is pretty interesting. I like the way that it's designed.
Mm.
What do you think about like the design of both of the or any sort of?
Are we gonna go into the UI UX?
Yeah. Let's do a little.
Well, I don't like their
What do you
their
like?
graphic standards. Their colorway is a little bit off.
Yeah.
The font
No, I'm
style,
just
like, I'm not a big fan.
Well, actually, there is like one annoying thing on Bumble. It's like on Bumble profiles, instead of tapping in to like access a profile,
Oh, you have to scroll.
you have to scroll on it. Like that's the default view
Mm.
that you can scroll down.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times, or back when I used it, every time I would scroll, I would accidentally swipe right or left when I was
Yeah,
actually just
yeah.
trying to go
Mm.
down.
Interesting.
So
Mm.
hire me.
Yeah,
and
Bumble.
fix this.
We're looking for internships. We would love to work with you.
Exactly.
Well, what about your experience with
My experience.
online dating? Because have you met?
I haven't met anyone like met up with anyone through online dating, but I have talked to a few people that are pretty interesting.
They were pretty
Unique. Well, I matched with two girls. One was like a cosplayer and like
Okay.
kind of like a weeb.
You would match with that.
Yeah. And then another girl was like similar like that, but like we started talking and she was like flirting with me, and it was like freshman year, and I was like kind of like scared. I was like, I don't know, man.
Call your mom. Oh, I'm scared.
What should I do?
Mom, girls are trying to flirt with me. Please help.
So, like, how often do you guys spend like on the app? Is it like as much as you were like scrolling through Instagram sort of thing, or like how often do you check in? I guess.
It's pretty like addicting once you're already on it. You're like, all right, I can just swipe on like 5 more people, and then you're like 20 people in. You're like, nah, I can swipe on like 5 more people,
Yeah.
and you're just like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like I definitely don't use it as much as Instagram or like
Yeah.
Reddit,
Mhm.
but it's maybe like 2/3 of that amount.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, because I don't know if Bumble has this, but Tinder has a certain amount of people that you can like on.
Mm.
Like, if you like too many people, then they cut you off and they're like, wait,
Oh, really?
what's
I
going on?
I forgot that was a
Yeah.
feature.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Am I the only one that's reached that point?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people reach that. I just haven't. I haven't hit that in like a long
I'm so
time.
dead. I'll swipe until I run out. Bro.
It's like you get like 100 likes per 24 hours or something. But I think they changed it like in the past couple of years, so it's like it adapts to your amount of
Maybe, yeah.
likes.
Well, the thing is that like I had one of my bios was I came to swipe left and swipe right, but I'm all out of likes. Like, and I'm desperate. Please, like, I don't know, someone swipe on me or something like that. Yeah, I thought that was really funny. And someone like messaged me and was like, "I didn't even know you could run out of likes." And
Is that like when you have to pay for like
Yeah.
Tinder Plus or
Tinder,
whatever?
yeah.
they call
Tinder
it?
Gold.
Tinder Gold.
Oh, there's Tinder Plus and there's Tinder Gold.
Tinder
Oh,
Gold
no,
is
there's
so
two of them.
expensive.
It's so fucking expensive.
Have
You're like
watched
swiping through and it's like, would you
Let's
like to try Tinder Gold? It's like fucking $30 a month.
Holy
my
crap!
God.
So expensive.
That's more expensive than my Adobe subscription.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
just ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
They're like, you want to find love? Pay up. Oh,
And the only thing, I mean, the main thing that gets you just shows you like who's liked you,
yeah.
which
And you probably get more like appearances. I don't know if that, like if you show up more. You just show up like 5 times at someone's
Yeah.
feed until they.
they
until
swipe
they-
left on you 5 times in a row.
I'm pretty sure that's probably a thing because like on Instagram like the Discover tab or whatever.
Yeah.
The same shit will like show up on your feed sometimes, like a bunch of times. Eventually, I'll just be like, I've seen this already, or I'll just end up liking it because they just keep putting it in your face.
Oh, that's true.
Well, they have
targeted ads
Yeah.
like, for people.
they have like a boost feature. That's what that's for. It, like
Mhm.
puts you back because
That's true.
after you've been on it for like a certain amount of time,
Please.
after you've been on it for a certain amount of time, like you start going like further and further down people's like stacks or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is why like resetting it gets you so many more matches because you come back up as like a new profile.
I might make a new profile.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
I reset mine every like couple
Min
months.
has multiple burner accounts.
I'm a
Like,
different person.
It's
in each
Min,
one.
and there's
yeah.
one that's the Cinders. I kind of have a question for you guys. So like, we've talked about this a little bit before, just like off the audio, but like, how do you even start a conversation with like a complete stranger? Because even for me, like
Like
on-
through text or like in
through-
person or both.
through no like through
Through-
Tinder, through
okay.
the dating apps, because like even through like Facebook Messenger, like there's a ton of friends who like I haven't technically like messaged, and it's always like unless I'm asking them for help with something, or like rarely do I just say, hey, what's up, if we're not like good friends already, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like
Who starts conversations out of nowhere in these days?
yeah.
Nobody, right?
Yeah.
You just go, hey, you should listen to my podcast. Hi, I'm Darren.
Yeah.
Intro.
It depends on what their profile is and
Yeah.
what it says. But a lot of people put like almost nothing in their profile. It's like, what the fuck am I
Exactly.
supposed to say?
Yeah.
Like, you can't really start conversations
Yeah.
off of nothing.
Yeah.
But usually starting it like with someone's interest or that's similar to yours, so that can really spark up like a lot of conversation
Yeah.
there.
What I like to do is whatever they have in their bio is like I do like some sort of like funny bit on it or like make a joke about it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how it's
Something like that. Like there was a girl
Hit 'em
that I
with-
matched with a couple of days ago. Her first picture is a cat, and then it's 2 pictures of her, and I was like, "Yo, looking good, looking cute in the first pic." And then she was like,
Damn.
"Oh, sorry, I'm actually the one in the second pic." And I was like, "Oh, damn. Well, you're still cute enough to rival the girl in the first pic."
And she's like, that's a man.
Yeah. How'd that work out for you?
Well, that's still ongoing. So.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
All right.
I did something similar like that too. I was like, this girl had a picture of like a bird on her shoulder, and I was like, is that your ex in that picture? And she was like, that's a sensitive subject. I was like, yes. Yeah.
My bird died.
Oh, no.
So, do you like wait for people to message you, or do you ever message first?
While on Bumble, I have to message first.
Oh,
Yeah, I usually hit them up with like a similar interest thing, or like I hit them up with a pickup line. That usually works too, but
Mhm.
guys tend to be pretty desperate and they'll take
Yeah.
it. Like it's very different. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
That's so true.
For sure.
It's very different.
So what do you look for like in like a profile? Like what stands out to you the most?
Nice photos, like not just dirty mirror selfies.
Okay,
Like,
that's fair.
please
Yeah.
just don't do
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And like no fish pictures. Those are also
Oh,
Fish?
bad.
What are fish pictures?
Like a picture of your aquarium?
like when they're holding a fish that
Oh,
they
like they just caught it.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Oh.
That's like a popular thing?
That is a
I've-
popular thing.
I've heard
Really?
about
A lot
that.
of guys
wow.
do that on
I've
my
heard about
grinder.
that.
That's
And-
crazy. You on Grindr too?
No. Wait, hold on.
I've heard multiple girls complaining about guys always posting their catch.
Yeah, and then like especially if there are prompts or something, put effort into it. Don't just put like a one-word statement that gives us nothing to work with.
Yeah.
Like-
Oops. Okay, I see what the problem is.
But yeah, take high-quality photos.
That's
That's
what we.
the
That's what
main
we.
thing.
That's what we need Alana to do for us.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Alana.
We did that
We
already.
miss you.
I used the picture
Retrospective.
too.
we would like more pictures, please.
I used some of her photos in my profile.
Yeah. I remember the one where you're like half like,
Yeah.
wearing a jacket. Right?
Yeah, the jacket on the drop shoulder.
Yeah.
The jacket.
Man, bro. Damn.
Yeah, I was told that I looked hip and thrifty.
Really?
Someone was like, "Oh, I like your style. You're very hip and thrifty." And I was like,
Damn.
"I've
Damn,
never
bro.
had anyone compliment my style before, but
What
okay."
Like,
do you think you do a fit check for, bro? That's how the people know.
She's
I
like,
guess, yeah, I look hip and thrifty right now. Definitely look thrifty. That's
She's like, yo, you just look like you rolled out of Goodwill, my guy.
and you didn't find anything good.
Oh. Do you guys have like any interesting stories or like conversations from like actually meeting up with people or just like on the text message? I don't know if you can say yours, but yeah, maybe you two.
Have you had any like weird experiences? Like,
Like meeting people in person.
either or.
Okay, so like first off, never trust anyone when they're just talking to you. Don't trust them until you meet them in person. Like that's definitely a big point
Be
there.
safe out there. Carry pepper spray.
Yeah. But there was a time where I was talking to a guy for like 2 whole months, and we were like
Jesus.
snapping and texting like
Wow.
consistently throughout those 2 months. But then when we met in person, like he
3 feet
wanted
tall.
to take things so fast, and
Oh.
it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
led me on for so long. Don't do
Oh.
that.
I have a friend who, he's like a very good-looking guy, but he's very like, he's not socially awkward. He's just like, he's very inexperienced in terms of relationships, like everyone else that I know. And he would talk to like this one girl off Tinder, like the only person he would talk to, and he talked to her for like 3 months, only in Tinder, didn't get her Snapchat. We had to like hype him up to get her Snapchat, and then eventually asked for it, and then they talked on Snapchat for a long ass time, and eventually they were about to meet up and go like for lunch, and then right when they were about to, like they were both too scared to do it, and she like canceled on him because she was like, "Oh, I'm too nervous."
Oh damn!
She's like shaking out her hands, just shaking.
As she's like texting
Yeah.
the message,
Yeah.
typos, yeah.
And they never met up. So that's
Oh
a big,
damn!
it's a rip.
Shoot your shot.
That's true. Actually, like now that I think about it, I feel like most of the cases will be not failures, but like they won't be successes. You know what I mean? And if it's a success, then obviously it works out for a
Yeah.
while. And that's kind of like I don't want to say long shot, but like it doesn't come very often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, have you sort of done anything with Tinder, Min?
No. I feel like it's good experience because like once you get comfortable with that, then it's easier to sort of like connect to people, not just because they're girls, but just because they're like people, you know. Wow, that shit.
That's very wise.
Yeah.
How astute.
That's a gem. Gems. Dropping gems.
Yo, clip that.
Yeah. I haven't met up with anyone from Tinder because I haven't found someone or Tinder or Bumble that I have really vibed with in a way because I think my standards are just too high. Because I'll message people and they just won't understand like my type of humor.
They're just not on your level.
Yeah.
On your
They can't.
wavelength.
See, this is why I'm so like amazed that whenever you guys send like memes in the chat or whatever, you guys are on like the same wavelength of humor. It's so like distinct, and I'm like, am I the only one who just like doesn't get this meme?
I feel like I'd be kind of scared of a girl who's on like our wavelength.
That's
Like
true.
that's like for like a romantic partner, that wavelength is like too powerful.
That's like
and-
that's like crackhead wavelength.
yeah, legit.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to date someone like me.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
sad.
hold on.
I mean, I wouldn't either. Like, I want someone who compliments me, not someone who like is like me.
Yeah. That's true.
Maybe like sort of like me in a couple
Yeah.
ways.
Let's see.
A man.
That's it. I'm gay. Hello.
That's the only way that I want them to be similar to me.
A
Same
man.
gender.
Yeah.
Just
But I'm not gay though.
Yeah.
I'm just really into girls that are men.
Guys.
Oh man. What is like the how do you tell the difference between like a fuckboy and like a normal like guy who's trying to like find a relationship?
You really can't
You
tell.
can't?
You cannot. It's really sad. Like you really can only tell after you meet them in person and stuff, especially, and see how fast they take things.
What are like sort of the requirements you have for like oh, this is like a fuck?
Well, usually there are some red flags when you first start talking to people. Like, for example, if the first thing that they ask me is if I'm Asian, that is a red flag.
Are you
Okay.
Asian?
Yeah.
It's like the first thing? Wow.
Yeah, or like, asking if I'm down for a threesome, since I do put that I'm bi.
Oh.
That's also a red flag.
Of course.
But those are like the two major ones that I've run into.
Dang, alright. Oh, yeah, I'm
I've
surprised.
never had that problem where someone presented me with
Yeah.
a threesome and I
Dang, yeah, I guess people just like will say a lot more stuff like behind the screen than they would normally. That just sort of seems like crazy to say. Like,
How much thought do you put into like talking to someone that you're interested in?
I usually let the guy do most of the work just to show that he's interested in me, because a lot of guys, like, if they don't put enough effort in, then it's just like, I'm not going to return the same energy.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's what I do. That's why I don't get any energy back.
Because they're all just soaking in the energy.
Yeah.
I'm making my energy get better.
Keep that same energy.
I radiate energy.
Yeah, I've seen like what guys usually say to girls on these dating apps, and I'm truly baffled at the things, like the audacity
Yeah.
that they're like, how are you even able to say these things?
Yeah,
I don't know.
understand.
It's both impressive and terrifying.
Like, you have that level of confidence, and then you're an asshole. Like, above
Yeah,
you, you know?
Or just gross, like I don't understand.
Yeah. What's your opinion on nice guys?
Nice.
Ooh, the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, usually I'll be honest, I'm pretty shallow. My standards have gone low ever since I started online dating. So I do mostly swipe right on guys that I find very physically attractive. And then I expect just a hookup. But there are times when you run into these guys and they actually turn out to be like the nicest people. And it's very fulfilling, and it makes me have faith in humanity.
Damn, bro, imagine
So-
being both physically attractive
Yeah.
and have a good personality.
You can't have
That's
both.
too OP,
Yeah,
bro. That's not fair.
That's it.
One or the other.
It's
That's-
really not.
That's like being a straight white male.
Oh, God.
Oh, you have to be way more than a straight white man.
But nice guys are very appreciated. It's just
That's nice to
There's
know.
a difference between
wow.
nice guys and nice guys, though.
Everyone just needs to see Min's face right now. He's just like,
He's like,
Super smug.
yeah.
We've got confirmation, boys. There's hope.
There's hope.
no, but see, the prerequisite is you have to be nice as an added feature to being physically
Oh.
attractive.
Exactly. Like, a lot of
Shit!
Yeah.
If you're ugly and a
say
nice guy, it's
that.
like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy's
You
fucking.
trying to hit the gym afterward? Or,
Yeah, but hell yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of dating apps focus on the visual aspect. Like, the first thing
Yeah.
that they'll show is the photo, not the bio. So
Absolutely.
I mean,
it
yeah.
definitely makes it easier to swipe on people.
I definitely
That's
go
true,
off
yeah.
visuals like 80% of my
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
That's like everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, to
You
be
can't
honest,
tell.
like, this is sort of like the dark side of dating apps that I feel like this is why I've kind of stayed away from it for so long. And this is part of the reason why I feel like it doesn't really work. But I don't know. This is just
Yeah.
sort of my interpretation from what I've been hearing right now.
Mhm.
Well, Darren, you can flex your height on these apps because not very many Asian guys are very tall.
That's true. That's
You'd
true.
be like, yeah, I'm 6'12".
6'12". That might be a bit of a stretch. Taller than LeBron James.
And then you meet up and you're actually 5'10".
5'11",
5'11".
actually.
Shit.
Don't forget the 1 inch. Bro.
Yeah. 1 inch short.
Yeah.
Off the standard.
I had something else to say. Fuck. I feel like a lot of people, like, when you add in their personality and, like, their mannerisms and stuff, like, they seem, like, a lot more attractive than they do in, like, a photo.
Mhm.
Like, someone who might be, like, average looking in a picture or, like, slightly above average, seeing them or, like, interacting with them in person, they just, like, seem better looking just based on, like, the you
Their
get, like,
whole
the
vibe,
3D
you know?
view, you know? It's just, like, different. So, yeah, that is, like, kind of a bad thing about
Have
the
you-
dating app.
Yeah. Have you had any experiences where the person just did not look like anything in their their picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've had people catfish me for both personality and looks.
Oh,
So,
God.
So like someone like photoshops like six pack and
No,
like
it's
they show up and they're
mostly
like 300 pounds.
that they use like older photos that aren't really true to how they are now.
Oh.
Like for example, if they're like a 24-year-old, but they post pictures from back when they were like in their prime in college, and it's just like they gained a little weight, their skin's a little dry, like they look a little older than they claim to be. You know?
Wow, that's kind of creepy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just use like this is me in 6th grade.
Yo, if you get based off that, it's creepy for the other person, not for you.
That was my peak performance in 6th grade.
6.
I was ripped. I had a 6-pack. All right. Shall we transition over to a fit check? I think we're hitting that
Yeah.
fit check time. The fit check off with Darren today. We'll start off with Darren. Yeah.
Dude, Darren's trying to get shot right now.
No, dude, what do you mean? Okay,
He's
so
not dressed like a crip.
nah, bro,
Cut
this is nah, bro, this is the Jesus is King hoodie vibes. This is like the Kanye I'm a billionaire, but I wear hoodie vibes. But
You took the drawstring out.
I took the drawstring. This is like, okay, I'm gonna go and nerd about why I like this basic hoodie so much. But okay, so first of all, we got
It's a Nike hoodie, but there's no swoosh.
Before I was looking for one that only had the swoosh, but then I was like, it's too much branding. So I wanted one that was no swoosh, no nothing.
$80 Nike hoodie. No swoosh.
It's just a gilded tee.
But yeah, okay, so we got Dickies jacket, Eisenhower jacket. I've always sort of been
Eisenhower.
into. Yeah, it's called the Eisenhower jacket.
From Dickies?
From Dickies, yes.
Is it worn by Dwight D. Eisenhower?
It might have been, but it's
At some point.
I've always been into workwear, and Carhartt is out of my budget, so
Oh,
Dickies is the next best.
Yeah, that's like the classic Dickies jacket.
Yeah.
Generic Dickies jacket.
All right, now onto the hoodie that Orion hates so much.
I didn't say I hate it. That is dangerous.
So, I mean, it's just like a royal blue, like plain hoodie, but it's from Uniqlo.
Hit us up.
So yeah, again, Uniqlo sponsor us. This is like, I don't know, 2 months into however long we've been doing this. They still have not returned our calls.
Yeah,
What the hell, Uniqlo?
But yeah, so this one is cool to me because like I just wanted like a super minimalistic look, so I took out the drawstrings, and there's also no like
pockets.
kangaroo pocket. I took the pockets out, but it's just like hidden like on the side. It's like sewn in.
Whoa.
So
That's
I thought
kind
that was
of
kinda cool.
Wait, does it connect or is it just like
no,
two
it's just
pockets?
like 2 separate pockets. But
Oh,
I thought this was pretty dope, and then like the fit, like kind of oversized. Like that's usually. What shirt am I wearing? Oh, this is like a tie-dye tee I got from like an Earth Day festival, which is pretty cool. Bought it from actual hippies.
Wow. Damn.
Organically tie-dyed.
Exactly. Levi's jeans and had some custom Air Force ones.
The flame ones?
No, the ones that are over there. Well, I just put white laces in them, and then I did like a reflective swoosh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Those ones. Okay. Alright.
Alright, let me hop right into this fit for you guys real quick. Alright, I got the cream-colored plain Urban Outfitters t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then I've got my classic, same thing I was wearing before, my faded purple sweatpants that I don't know where I got them.
We will have faded sweatpants in the merch store. Worn by Orion.
Yeah, worn. Oh my god, game worn, game worn.
I'm just out here like putting on and taking off tons of pairs of sweatpants to sell. Yeah, these things are actually kind of fire though. Yeah, and then I just got some mid height Levi's booty socks.
But they're 2 different colors, right?
Oh yeah, they're mismatched. One is black and one is white. I can find the other white one.
Are you starting this wave of mismatched socks?
No, we're fighting racism.
If you're gonna say, I accept all 2 colors of people. Yeah, and then I have my classic beat up Nike Airs from like 1998.
The London ones or the Paris ones, right?
Paris
Yeah, I
ones,
got them at a
Paris.
thrift shop in Paris.
Fantastic.
That's the come up.
Alright. So I got this Maroon 5 shirt, one of my favorite bands of all time. Got it for $2 at Goodwill.
Wow.
I was
$2?
$2.
Wow.
Maroon 5 merch.
Most Goodwill tees aren't even $2. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
I was
That's
like
crazy.
in there. It was Sunday. Got that 50% discount. $2 for this shirt.
Nice.
What's your
fantastic
favorite Maroon 5 song?
favorite Maroon 5 song? I'm gonna go with
The one with Cardi B.
that's all of them. I like Payphone.
Yeah.
Payphone is like a banger classic.
Yes, it is.
It is overplayed, but it's still so good every time you hear it. One More Night is also really good. That one's also album was really good.
Night.
Daft Punk.
That, and then most recently, Wait. It was a really good one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then I've got my brown. These aren't jeans. I don't. What do you call brown pants?
Khakis.
Yeah.
Cargo.
My dad
Those are
actually.
not cargo pants.
These were like they were like 2 inches too long, so my dad had to like tailor them up. But like they look really good now. And then I've got some generic Adidas socks, and gotta flex the belt a little bit.
Yeah, you can't forget that this is no ordinary t-shirt and khakis. Like he's got the t-shirt tucked in.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it's tucked in.
Yeah.
Gotta start tucking your
It's fire
stuff.
lip. It's fire lip.
Yeah.
I can't really tuck my t-shirt into sweatpants.
Pull it up to your nipples.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a look. All right, Jody, break down your outfit for us.
Okay, I have cheap art socks from Amazon
Oh.
showcasing the birth of Venus.
Oh, no. I know that means.
And also this, I guess it's like, well, it's a teddy coat from Forever 21. It was very cheap. It was
Okay.
during their Black Friday sale.
Mm.
And then I have a Huff X Pulp Fiction
Oh.
t-shirt, which is very expensive. But I'm wearing it right now. And then some Topshop mom jeans.
Well, you can't stop there with the shirt.
Yeah, what does it say on the shirt,
It's the
Jody?
breakdown.
It says bad motherfucker.
Bad
but-
motherfucker.
Yes.
Not
All
one
over
time, but like 50 times.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And then I have my pair of Docs that I wear all the time.
I'm not wearing shoes because it's at my apartment, but I would be wearing some Nautica slides. All right, that concludes our fit check. I think we can call it here. Thank you,
Thank
Jody, for giving all of your
Oh,
advice
totally,
and all of your knowledge.
Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Like we
Yeah,
wouldn't have
yeah.
had so much to talk about if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, you might have just changed the course of our lives.
Yeah,
Wow.
This
Because
was-
we'll get dates.
this was the second most structured episode that we've had. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely,
So-
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening or watching, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.